Andre, and I am the host of the show called Talking Shit. And basically, what we do is just talk about current events and things that are going on in the news, and then we'll give you an opportunity to do a little rant and talk a little rubbish or whatever you want.
Okay, sure. I'll do my best.
Okay, good. So why don't we start out by talking about you as far as where you live. What part of London do you live in?
I live in South London, so I'm below the Thames.
Oh,
I'm quite near Tower Bridge and the London Bridge tube stop. I'm really near there.
Okay, so have you ever seen the royal family, and have you had tea already? No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I lost you for a second there,
No,
man. Sorry.
I said, have you seen the royal family, and have you had tea today yet?
Well, I have had tea, yes. I've not seen the royal family personally, but Boris Johnson, the mayor of London, I have actually seen him briefly. He rides his bike around London.
Oh, really?
Bless his heart.
Oh,
And
wow.
I've actually seen him riding one of his little bikes around London near Tower Bridge. And I actually said to him, I said, "Hey, Boris." And he kind of went, "Hello."
Good. Okay, I got some notes here from one of our producers, Ann Liz. She told me that you did the VED, which is like a video log or something.
Oh, yeah, Vlog Every Day. Yeah, I did Vlog Every Day in August, yeah.
What's that about? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Vlog Every Day in August. Originally, I think they were doing Vlog Every Day in April, which I saw Alex Day, his username is Neramon. I saw him doing it a few years ago. And I was just really interested in the project of having to do something creative every day without fail. And even if you haven't got a good idea, just having to be spontaneous and come up with something quickly, that idea really appealed to me. And a friend of mine, Dodie Clark, Dod Laurel, she decided to do it. And I saw her first video go up on the first thing in the morning. And by the afternoon, I thought, I'm going to give this a shot just to see what I can come up with. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I just gave it a shot, really, and it just ended up being quite a nice project that got me a few subscribers. And I met a lot of really nice people through it.
Oh, wow. Well, I consider you a nice person already, so maybe you met me through it too.
And you too, sir. You're a lovely man. You're a good bloke.
Even though you can't see me, that's good.
But you've got a golden voice, mate.
Okay, thank you very much. Who is Becky O? Can you explain her to who is she?
Becky O is a British YouTuber who I've been following for a number of years now. And she's got quite a lot of subscribers and a very, very loyal following. And she does daily life vlogs, and she talks quite openly about depression and trichotillomania, which is something that she's in an ongoing battle with. And she's just a very well-respected British YouTuber, and I'm lucky enough to, be able to call myself a friend.
All right, I have a couple of questions about your name. Your on-screen name or your video or your YouTube name is called 13rdninja. Where did you did you just make that up, or what's that connected to?
13rdninja comes from something I said a little while ago, because I'm part Scottish and I'm part Irish as well. And because I'm quite proud of my Scottish roots, but I'm obviously English. So I said something like, "Oh yeah, I'm one third Scottish, 1/3 English, and 1/3 ninja." And it came out of something where I've worked out that people in general, people are fantastic. Given anyone half a chance, people can be almost. I don't know. People can people are capable of amazing things.
Yes.
Some of the time. So 33.33% of the time, we're absolutely brilliant, and you can get everything right, and you can't push a button wrong. The rest of the time, you're just like everyone else, and you're just rubbish.
Right.
But there are those days, there are those moments where you just can't fail. You just can't not be great at something. And that's where 1/3rdninja came from. It came up, I said it jokingly to a friend, and then I used it as my, I used it as my Xbox Live name, to be fair, so that's what my Xbox Live name is 1/3rdninja. And then when I was making my YouTube channel, my second channel, which I used for vlogging, I thought, I'll use it as well there, because I've still got the Hotmail link to it. And yeah, it just seemed to encapsulate what started as a joke, seemed to encapsulate something that I quite firmly believe about, that if you try hard enough, those single moments when you can be awesome can actually happen.
I heard that you play the guitar and that you're a musician. Is that true?
I play guitar a little bit. I tried to play the guitar for about a year, and I think I was only doing it to impress a girl, if I'm honest. But I didn't really enjoy it. And my housemate David has got a ukulele, And I picked it up the first day we lived together, and within a week I wanted one of my own, and now I've got two of the things, and I'm looking at buying another one. But yeah, I play a bit of drums, I play guitar, I play ukulele, I play harmonica. So yeah.
Well, one of these days we'll have to get some kind of a link and actually watch you perform. Do you write your own music, or you just cover other songs? Or
I've covered a couple of things, but I like to play with lyrics because I quite like words. I'm an actor, and I quite like words and structures and things like that. I mean, the video I've sent you, which I mailed the link to Liz, is me doing a very British rap, which goes from me being a bit of a I was going to say Cockney Dan, but I wasn't Cockney at all. Being rather RP, rather toffish, rather bloke, rather what, pip pip and all that, to a kind of to the kind of more urban ends of rap that I grew up listening to, like street garage and grime and things like that. When it's a lot more, you go from the gentry and whatnot in England who do rather talk like this. I've got some rather posh friends, live in Canterbury and whatnot. But then you go to Leicester, where I'm from, and you go to South London, and a lot of my mates there who just, straight up talk like that, bro. You get me?
Yeah,
they'll proper drop their swerve on it. You get me? And they will murk you, fam.
Wow. So you know how to rap? Well, you probably can flow better than I can. I'm not a rapper. I like rap. So it reminds me of poetry, rap, doesn't it?
See, I think it's great. I've always been into it. When I was about 9 or 10, I was listening to, all my mates were into S Club 7 and Spice Girls and things like that, and I was listening to old Coolio raps from like 92, and I was quite into Will Smith and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and then Eminem came out when I was about 12 and just changed my life.
Oh, the hero of all white people rapping, Eminem. I love him. Do you know why I like him? Do you know why I like him so much, Danny? He is one of the most realistic people that I've ever heard speak about anything. He is so realistic. He's got an ex-girlfriend that's a doozy, tramp, and his mother was crazy. And he just tells you the truth. I love Eminem.
That's it. He just talks about truth and life, and he's something of a hero of mine, because not only is he amazing with words and he's a fantastic wordsmith, but also he's so used to being real and not being fake that you put him on screen against like Mackay Pfeiffer and things like that when he did 8 Mile, and he's a convincing actor because he's just based in realness.
I love the 8 Mile.
There's no fakery. There's no front. And that's why there's so much honesty to his performance in 8 Mile.
I didn't know he had an Oscar. He has an Oscar?
Yeah, won it for Lose Yourself. Best song in 8 Mile.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, man.
Wow, we have an Eminem historian in our presence. I did not know that. I want to do.
Never cut my hair blonde though. I never bleached my hair. I was close, but I wasn't cool enough in high school to pull that off.
Hey, you're still pretty young. You might want to consider that later. Tell me about
I'm 27. I'm not that young.
Tell me about the commercials you've done.
I've done a few adverts. When I was, I've been out.
Wait, hold on. What do you call commercials in England? Adverts?
Adverts.
Wow, sounds like a delicious...
Advertisements.
Sounds like a delicious piece of candy. No, go ahead. Tell me about your commercials. What is it?
Yeah, man, I did a few of them since I graduated 4 years from drama school. 4 years ago from drama school, and over here, it's like what we used to have maybe 15, 20 years ago is something called rep, where you are employed by a company to work for them, and you'd be employed by them for maybe a year, and you'd do several shows with them over the course of those 12 months. That's quite an old-fashioned thing now. So my agent that I had when I graduated, she was very eager to get me seen for adverts because they pay well and they get you a little bit of exposure. And that is what has kind of become an actor's rep now, that it seems to be, especially in England, is where you can, because you only do usually 1, maybe 2 days shooting at a time, but it gets you on set and it gets you meeting producers and companies like Channel 4, who are very big over here. I've worked with, obviously the BBC, I've worked with a number of times. And yeah, it's quite good. It's a refreshing experience. And not only that, but usually when they do pay, they pay really well. A friend of mine recently had 2 adverts in the space of about 2 months, and between them they got him over £12,500.
Oh my God!
For 2 days' work.
Oh my God! I'm coming to England. Hold on, I'm getting ready to get on a plane to England. Here I come. No,
And to be fair, that isn't much.
Oh, really? How much is that? in 12.
Comparatively, it depends, but a friend of mine was up for a MasterCard advert a little while ago. He got down to the final two. He didn't get it, but if he had got it, he would have had a 5-day shoot. It would have paid him £100,000.
Oh my God! So how
Which
much?
what exchange rate is about $170,000, something like that.
Oh my God! I'm on my way to England. Teach me an England song so I can sing. No, I have one of the things that we support here at Talking Shit is advocacy, and I've been told by Elizabeth and our producers that you have sort of an opinion or a rant that you would want to discuss about England's proposed internet censorship laws. What's your beef with that? Do you have a problem with that?
No time. I've got no time for it whatsoever. Honestly, I think they go on about this whole kind of thing. Oh yes, well you know, at the end of the day, we've got to think about the children, haven't we? We've really got to think about the children. It's like no, the parents have got to think about the children, because if you're honestly going to be foolish enough to get a computer in your house that your children use, and you're not going to put the necessary censorship in place, that's your fault as a parent. It shouldn't be up to the government to parent everybody, because then it just makes a mockery out of the whole system. You've got people saying, oh yeah, well, you know, you can't look at pornography. I personally never look at pornography. And you've got MPs getting held up for ordering porn in hotel rooms and then trying to charge it to their company, the government, and getting found out for it. So it's like they're trying to make out that, you know, there are a lot of people who are you know, above looking at nudity, but draw the line at nudity. I mean, there's a world of difference between looking at nudity as art, and art in photography and in paintings and in life drawings, and there's nudity in hardcore pornography. There's a world of difference, but where does the censorship stop?
Right.
It's absolutely ridiculous, and I think that their idea that they can be the mum and dad to the whole country is total nonsense. And they say, oh well, you know, you can, you know, vote against it, but then where does that end? It's like, what? Do the people who opt against being censored, you know, do they end up having their browser history tracked?
Right, I was just going to say, you will.
I just think it's rubbish. At the end of the day, if you're gonna say that you don't want children doing it, you've got to implement it. If it's, I don't know even how they would go about it, but they should just make it a lot more clearer to parents.
Well, I agree with you, and I think that a lot of times the government is sort of an act or a sham, because if you look at all the corruption and the sort of abuse and all this money that just disappears because, you know, we don't know what happened. It's just we gotta tax the crap out of everybody to get more money, you know, and it becomes a joke. And I'm really grateful that you are an advocate toward, you know, I just love the internet because it really exposes everything, doesn't it? I mean, there's no real big secrets, right? Like even the BBC, like one of the greatest news organizations in the world, you know, they got all caught up in some scandal, and I actually got more respect for them when I heard about it, but there was all this stuff going on with one of their executives and all of that, and everybody tells everybody what's going on. I love it. Don't you think? I mean, the internet, isn't it great? Doesn't it empower the little guy?
And the fact is, I think the brilliant thing that's come out of the internet is I'm watching people who aren't personal friends of mine, but I've followed for years, and, you know, now they're friends of friends, if you like, who are doing fantastically well in their chosen profession just because the internet gives them a medium to be able to say what they want and have their own platform, and people get behind them. And as an actor, I mean, I'm also a writer. I'm trying to get to a point where I can because I've written a sitcom, and I'm trying to get to a position with my writing partner where we can actually get it made.
Wow.
But the amount of red tape and protocol you have to go through, it's almost endless, and it makes it very difficult for anybody to kind of be heard. If we had a little budget, we could probably film it ourselves and put it on the internet.
Right.
The only difference is kind of the difference of what you're paying for is if you put it on TV, it's going to get seen. If you put it on the internet, it can be missed.
Right.
But the internet gives you that option that if you've got a bit of swing, do you know what I mean? If you've got a few thousand followers, before you know it, the next thing you do could go viral. And that's what I absolutely love about it is, I think Tim Minchin, he's an Australian guy, but he does a lot of comedy here in Britain. He said, every time he writes a song, he's convinced that this song is going to be the thing that makes him. And I feel a similar kind of way when I write or when I kind of make a YouTube video. And when I make a YouTube video, I guess I don't put as much effort in as if I'm writing, because I know that I do it lightheartedly. Because the worst thing I think you can do is take yourself seriously when you're putting yourself out there. The videos, I think, are very me.
Right.
So I don't take myself seriously when I'm doing them, because I don't take myself seriously, I guess.
Right.
But I think if you're going to be doing anything that you're passionate about, you have got to just kind of go, yeah, this thing, the thing I'm making right now, is going to be the thing that makes me, and it's going to be the best thing I've ever done.
I totally agree with you. I started doing videos, about a year or so ago. I've done about 165 of them, and
Wow, man, good work.
I don't have a lot of followers, mostly friends, but you know what? It's fun, and I ditto everything you just said is why I do it. I'm not kidding. Every word that you just said could be my manifesto for doing the videos. You know, it's true.
Minds think alike. That's it, you see.
Exactly. Listen, I gotta go. We're out of time. Listen, you gotta promise that once we get our technical stuff ironed out, and once we send you how this all looks when we edit it, that you'll give us a chance to interview you again.
Definitely, mate. It was a pleasure meeting you and having a chat with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And tell Becky O we said hello.
I will when I see her, definitely.
Okay, thank you, Danny.
All the best, buddy. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.